Philly is a team that addressed their off-season needs.
Philadelphia will be mentally tough enough to handle what's coming this season.
Get out there, get out!
We have to really go out and prove to ourselves how good we can be.
This is a we season, not a me season. This season is going to be all about us.
Every single guy has to be a star in his role. If each player can give up himself to the team, we're going to be successful.
We've got guys who've proven themselves to be competitors for years, and just to see how far we can push each other will be an exciting journey.
Here's Joel with a spin, puts it up and in.
Everybody has the same mindset and mentality. You know you gotta sacrifice, because if you don't sacrifice, you won't win.
Great ball movement by the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey. What a great showing by Philly.
And here come the Sixers. Let's go, y'all, let's go. Together on three, 1, 2, 3. Together.
A new season brings about new beginnings. A new mindset, a new roster, a fresh start. And in the NBA, nothing signifies the start of a new year quite like training camp. This year, however, training camp will look a little bit different. The training complex will be a bit quiet this year, as the team will hit the road and do camp away from home. This year, the 76ers will host training camp in Charleston, South Carolina.
Training camp in Charleston was really important for me. It's something that I really pushed. And it didn't have to be in Charleston. I actually love the location because of the historical things that we can teach our guys. But more importantly, getting away, guys being with themselves. I think it's a great team building exercise in a year that we need great team building.
Being the quaint town that it is, Charleston is not only a great place to focus on basketball, it's a great place to focus on building bonds.
Go Carolina, we here!
Bonds that will serve as the foundation of a group with championship aspirations. And what better way to build bonds than by breaking bread together?
I think learning history is very important. We are living in a world right now, or country right now, where learning history is difficult. I think it will educate all of us. I think when you learn history, it just teaches you what's right or wrong and what not to repeat. So, Dr. Powers, we're going to have you up. Come on up. Dr. Powers is a real doctor. I'll stop there.
Coach, thank you so very much for your gracious introduction. Let me welcome you to Charleston, South Carolina. And Charleston is one of the most important cities for learning about African American history. For most of the time period, from the end of the 17th century until approximately the 1920s, most of the people who lived here were black. And I know you're going to be very busy. But I hope that while you're here, you will learn some of this history that you don't already know, and perhaps learn the South Carolina, the Charleston slant on this history. I hope that you all will take the resilience that these people, who were not crushed by this system, that you'll remember. Yes, sometimes success is one step forward, a step backward, and then 2 steps forward. The road to progress can be uneven. It can be rocky. But continue going forward. Don't give up. Be resilient until you reach your goal. Thank you so very much for having me.
Number one, Shake's birthday. So we got to do the song.
Oh, horrible last time.
Come on, let's go.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
Then you got to sing happy birthday to me.
Oh, Lord.
No, to yourself.
I got to sing it?
Yeah.
By yourself?
By myself?
No, make it sing. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to
After breaking bread, it's time to break a sweat, and the team is focused on having a great camp.
As a team, I feel like we added some key pieces this offseason to where we were missing last year, and I think all of us from top to bottom, from front office to everyone in this organization is excited and ready to get this thing going.
It's been an off-season to remember for the 76ers, and for good reason. But for now, it's time to block out the past and focus on the work at hand.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Get on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I've been the 1, see, they've been the 2. Yeah, if you play with me, I bet that you lose. Yeah, the beast in the room, he will soon. Yeah, and when I win, they gon' lose.
You know, I think the guys that we've brought in, are extremely competitive. They add a sense of toughness to this group. Competing has been phenomenal.
I sniffed that out. We got a stinker. We got to keep trying to make each other better, right? We also got to know who we are. We got to make plays, let the playmakers make the plays, and we read off of that. D'Anthony, I thought today your ball pressure was elite, all right? You guards are picking the ball up on the other side of half court. That was good. Paul Reed, you were phenomenal today. You know what you did? Roll. You did what you're supposed to do. Every time you caught it, you went and found somebody, you set a pick, and you fucking roll. We're going to be but we got to do it together. It's going to take time, all right? Let's go.
Good day, good first day, good first day.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Charleston has no shortage of history, and while it's good to hear about it, getting up close and personal is a different experience.
This is a very unique site. The history here is very deep and very heavy in what happened. This is where our ancestors were bought and sold. You are in their essence, you are in their footsteps as you are walking downstairs. Slave trading, I should say, started in South Carolina, one of the original 13 British colonies. It started here in 1670.
The fact that they talked about how the bricks themselves were made by the slaves, and you could see the fingerprints of the people who made them, really, really brought it home to just be able to stand and look at where somebody's fingers were, the somebody who was being bought and sold and torn apart from their family. It was a very, very moving experience.
Over here is where the ads are, and these are the runaways.
Where the slave trade had started and finished, just to be around that and to kind of hear the stories and see documents and things of that nature, it was eye-opening for a lot of us. And I thought it was a great team bonding experience as well.
I think it was cool not only to have so many black men experience it, but also to be led by a black man and our coach, Doc Rivers, and to be taken there and to feel how important it was to him and to see how important it was for us firsthand to experience what likely many of our ancestors went through.
Really to have those hours of just discovering our history and what our ancestors went through for a period of time was eye-opening for a lot of us.
I'm so grateful that BJ thought about us as a site for your dinner. So we want to welcome you to Charleston. And so this place is also not possible without a few folks. So after you eat, we are opening up the building to you. You actually get a sneak peek of exhibits. When I was in high school, I was a 76ers fan up until I graduated from college and through. And so I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that you all are here with us today. And I hope that you will return in your free time to see us. So thank you.
Crazy. I was very intrigued by the prospect of trying to make a contribution to this important and historic visit that the 76ers are making here to Charleston. And this is such an important place in terms of the African American experience, the history, and so on.
We have an amazing opportunity of what we do, and we play a sport, but we can take life lessons out of the sport, and I thought that was the big focal point of the whole trip of being in Charleston, South Carolina as well, is being a resilient team.
Well, one, I'm a homer, Sixers. And anytime that we get an opportunity to learn about basketball at any level, we take up the opportunity. We had an off day. I knew the Sixers were near. I love the Sixers. I love the makeup of our team. I love the additions that we have. I think it's our year. I think the organization has done a great job at surrounding Joel with some quality players that he can lean on, and we got toughness. We got a defensive presence. Obviously, we put that ball in the hole, so I'm just looking forward to it. I love these guys. It seems like they're my brothers, even though they don't really know me in that way, but I know them because I watch, I holler, I scream, I cry, I curse. I do it all in the effort of us, just for me, the memory of running down Broad Street in '83 is unmatched, and we want that again for all of Philadelphia.
Charleston was a nice getaway and a productive trip. But after a long camp, it's nice to be back in Philly for some hometown fun.
Went to Charleston, had a lot of team bonding there, did the preseason, had a couple more weeks of practice, and I feel like we're prepared. I think this summer was really good for us, and the offseason was really well. We spent a lot of time working out with different guys, team bonding, doing that as well. And I feel like it really has helped our chemistry and helped our camaraderie for this moment right here.
It's the start of the 22-23 season, and the 76ers' quest for an NBA championship begins tonight on the road against their division rival and reigning Eastern Conference champions, the Boston Celtics.
High expectations and lofty goals are a given for a team as talented as the 76ers. However, sometimes you need to go through difficult moments to understand the weight of those expectations.
Now it's Tatum. Fires. Oh, he's lethal! Shoot. Jalen Brown! The slammer. Allen gives it up. Antetokounmpo all in one motion.
San Antonio, they win by 9, 114-105.
What are the biggest issues you see with this team right now?
On both ends. Like I said, almost before the game. Defensively, we were slow, we were behind. So we have a lot of work to do.
For a team with new pieces and parts, time and experience will be the real remedy for tough moments.
Like any relationship or partnership, there's a day one, and Rome wasn't built in one day. So it's going to take some time. There's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs, but I think we have the right, guys that have great character that are going to continue to build, whether it's through the tough days or the easygoing days. I think we have a strong knit group.
Nobody is perfect. But this team's mantra throughout camp and the preseason shows a mental fortitude needed to get back on track.
3 triples early here tonight for Maxey. 4 for 4. Oh my goodness. Tyrese Maxey is on fire. Maxey. Heat check. 6 for 6. 7 for 7.
The most challenging part for me was knowing that how to make every minute count. My rookie year, I didn't play as much. And then once I got towards the end of the year and I played more, I knew how to make my minutes count and not count my minutes, if that makes sense. And now it's just going out there and being the best I could possibly be to help our team be successful.
4:30. Oh my goodness! Career high, and he's got it! A new career high for Tyrese Maxey. A 21-year-old Tyrese Maxey and his career high 44 points and 9 three-pointers. Sixers dispose the bad guys from north of the border tonight.
A lot of communication on defense, close up possessions.
Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win!
And a steal by Thibault. Embiid throws on the brakes. Great leak out by Tobias Harris, and an even better find by James Harden.
The NBA season is long, and the road to success isn't an easy one to take. But the journey wouldn't be real if everything was perfect, and this team's makeup will ensure that they always stay in the fight.